all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, with the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. I'm always thankful to Allah every time He blesses me to be able to come before you, to share with you some of that which the Honorable Elijah Muhammad shared with us of the wisdom of Allah. For the last few weeks, we have been dealing with the coming of the Mahdi, the Messiah, and the presence of Allah, God, in the world. All of the religious bodies that spring from the revealed word of Allah, the Torah, the Gospel, and the Quran, Muslims, Christians, and Jews are all expecting the coming of God at the end of the time of the rule of the enemy of God and the enemy of humanity, the devil or Satan. This language of the coming of God is strange for Muslims because Muslims believe that Allah is always present. But in truth, the Holy Quran teaches us that Allah would give Satan a season to rule and to deceive as many as he would. And God would not interfere until the end of the season given to Satan. That season or time, we are taught, and the scholars of religion bear witness, was to be 6,000 years. We have arrived to the end of that time. So we should be scanning the horizon for the coming of this mighty one who would come and make manifest this satanic being and destroy his works. In order to understand such a marvelous event, the coming of God, we have to consult the scriptures of both Bible and Quran to see what these great books have to say about this mighty event. The Quran, as we said last week, refers to the days of Allah. And we know that this is not speaking of a 24-hour period, but it is a time when his presence would produce clashing between truth and falsehood, and between the forces of good and the forces of evil on the earth. It is called in the Quran and in the Bible the Day of Judgment. What do you mean, Day of Judgment? In Eastern religions, they don't have any such thing as the preaching of an end of the world. None of the Far Eastern religions, they don't talk like that. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. You read of the end of a world, and it would be by fire. Is that right? Now, since it's not talking about the East, now Allah says in the Quran, He sent prophets to every nation. Every nation, He says, has received its warner. Yet the people of the East who have received guidance and warning from Allah never talk about the end of the world. But when you come to the West and the light of the prophets that started in the East and shone westward, you get this talk, the end of a world.